Good morning, my friends. It's a beautiful day here. It's Saturday, March the 19th, 2022, and I'm out in my front yard. And 5 days ago, I showed you a little trick for getting more roots to form on your tomato plants. And so now, 5 days later, I had potted these, taken them from tiny little 2-inch pots to these deeper pots and to 4-inch. But I wanted to make sure that I explained everything to you so that you didn't misunderstand what I was saying. Now, let me find one that's, well, these are all pretty low, aren't they? Anyway, I had these pots, and you can see that my soil level is right to about here. Okay, so if I took these plants out now, I would assume that the only roots are down here because all of this area is blank space. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill that in just a little bit more. Now, if I want to, I can actually take like these leaves and very carefully just cut those off. And I'm going to probably smother that guy because he's really tiny. And I ran out of pots, so I had to do two in one pot. But we'll see how they get along. And now I've taken a fresh bag. I had Miracle-Gro potting soil because it does have a little bit of nutrients in it. And it also has some perlite in it. And to that I added some worm castings. From what I read and my own experience, I usually just add in a couple handfuls or little scoopfuls of worm castings into a container, and then I'll add a little bit of moisture to it. I don't want a whole lot, but I just want enough that it's going to hold together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to backfill this. It's not going to be complete yet. I'm not ready to put them out in the garden. I would love to, but I just want to make sure that we're through any of our really colder nights. And that's going to be the name of it. That's going to be the whole lesson for the day, is that the soil level is just going to get raised up about, maybe just about an inch. I suppose I could take it up higher, but why? Let's just let the plant enjoy its just gradual growth in these pots. Our weather is just getting to be so nice. It's actually getting a little warm. It was 88 yesterday. There's a kind of a chunk of, and I suppose I could snip off. These are the first leaves that come out. They're not even the true leaves. But I will go along and fill the rest of these. I hope I have enough soil. If not, I know the fresh bag to find it in. But this is just kind of a nice little Saturday job. No real digging. As we get older, I think our backs are less forgiving on spending a day or two of digging. And I'm growing Juicy Fruit Island here, and we did a lot of digging the other day, so we're both kind of taking a little easier. But now, in another few days, when these actually grow up even more, then I will finish this off, and then hopefully in really what is a week to 10 days, I should have some decent roots the whole way up. That I can pull this out and find a spot in the garden for them, and I'm hoping to find the backyard spots that I can grow them all along. I was also thinking about putting them back over here if I can move my amaryllis to the front yard so that these pots can all do their display work. And you can see they're really coming up. I've got bloom stalks on all of them. So they're really looking good. But what I was thinking of doing is also planting, this is the amaryllis with the, what was her name? Purple Lady, bok choy in the center. And I have 10 of those with, this is purple alyssum, I believe. Yes, I think so. And wouldn't that be pretty? All along the frontier to grow. This is the balsam from last year that is just reseeding itself, and I think it's going to get pulled because it's a beast. It just takes over. And I constantly, as you can see, people who just love the bougainvillea, well, bougainvillea are a lovely plant, but boy, they are a dirty plant. Every time the wind blows, they drop their blossoms, they drop their leaves, and of course, where do they drop? But down and into my nice little border here. So anyway, that was it. It was just a quick tip, and I wanted to bring that to your attention that don't leave, if you try this, don't just leave them in that little, quarter pot. Keep elevating, and you can take these leaves off. And then as these grow up, if it were to grow to here, and I wanted to take off more of these than I could, just make sure you leave the top on for photosynthesis, so that they keep on growing. And hopefully we will all have a bumper crop of tomatoes this year. These are the Borghesi's, and they are supposed to be, like an inch to 2 inches, and really good for sauce and also for drying. So I love adding dried tomatoes to a dish. They really, really spice it up, or they make it heartier. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great day and garden what you've got. I hope you'll subscribe and ring the bell. And I hope you'll watch the whole video. I really do appreciate that. And take care, everyone, and bye-bye.